Good afternoon. It's March 29th, 2025, and it's time for my devotionals. Won't you join me?
In God's purpose for your life.
March 29th, Spiritual Issues. That which is born of the Spirit is spirit. John 3:6. Nicodemus went to see Jesus at night because Jesus was considered by many of Nicodemus's peers to be nothing more than a low-class itinerant preacher. But Nicodemus felt compelled because he saw that Jesus had real answers the other rabbis did not have. So Nicodemus approached Jesus with what he thought was an intellectual inquiry, a question that he hoped Jesus could answer. Jesus, however, perceived that what Nicodemus really needed and wanted was a genuine relationship with God. So Jesus, understanding this could only happen if Nicodemus was born spiritually, addressed the underlying root. We all need to be saved, to be born with a new, living spirit that can interact with the Lord. So how does that occur? Understand, salvation isn't gained by doing good, by joining a church, or by being baptized. Rather, you are saved by accepting that Jesus' death on the cross was sufficient to forgive your sin and give you a new spirit that is able to relate to God. Whatever difficulty is on your mind today, it is spiritual at its root, whether you realize it or not. You need Jesus. Therefore, let Him take care of your deepest spiritual need, and the rest will follow. Jesus, even though my issues appear earthly, I know they're spiritual. Help me, Lord. I need you. Amen.
And in trusting God with every breath.
March 29th. Anticipation or expectation. The hope of the righteous brings joy, but the expectation of the wicked will perish. Proverbs 10:28 ESV. Life is full of promise. Possibilities brim at every turn. Are you cheerfully anticipating God to work in your life, delivering His plan for your days? Or are you still planning things yourself, expecting God to work your plan? One mindset surrenders and the other demands. Expectations appear in other relationships too. Are you cheerfully anticipating love, however it falls into your lap, from your spouse? Or do you hold impossibly high expectations that he cannot possibly reach? Do you expect him to celebrate you in a certain way, or do you allow him the freedom to bless you from his heart in his own way? As parents, we must hold certain behavioral expectations of our children. That's our call and sacred duty. But speaking of giving love, children are notoriously low on the giving scale as they creep up in years. Are you cheerfully anticipating their love in their time, or do you hold them to unrealistic expectations, setting them up to fail your standards of expressing love? There's a big difference. It's grace versus legalism, peace versus strife. When we hold God, our loved ones, our friends, or anything in our life to our own expectations, we will be disappointed, guaranteed. But if we allow God to bless us when we least expect it, our hearts will brim over with joy and our minds will stay at rest. Be cheerfully expectant. Now that's the life. Do you have the attitude of cheerful anticipation? When I didn't realize the issues I had were spiritual issues, I lived in expectation. Now I live in anticipation. I hope you have a blessed day.